Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Have you had enough of the classroom? Maybe you're tired of dealing with students who don't want to learn, or of correcting sheaves of painfully bad student writing, of trying to motivate kids to work hard at an unrealistically challenging mandated curriculum, or teacher trainings that aren't that helpful, or pushy parents, or uninterested ones, an unfair principal, hand-tying administrative roles. Teachers do have transferable skills. For example, explaining, organizing, and the ability to satisfy many stakeholders, students, administrators, parents, fellow teachers, and legislators. You know, that pesky mountain of rules and regulations. But it can be tough to convince employers that the aphorism is false. Those who can do, those who can't teach. So, perhaps more than most career changers, teachers need to prove they not only possess transferable skills, but at a high level. Often that's best accomplished by showing would-be employers a portfolio of your best lesson plans, your student work, your students' work, statement of your approach to teaching, and maybe most convincing, a video of you in action. Have a videographer or a student or a friend video you conducting a lesson that shows you at your best. While you're at it, walk the videographer through your classroom as you narrate your planning and thought process. For example, about what to put on walls, what assignments to give, and how you've organized your desk and student storage spaces. Edit the video to the best 2 minutes and voila! Instead of telling them, you're showing them. Show, don't tell often prevails. As well, have a few PAR stories. PAR is an acronym, stands for problem, approach, result, to tell in your interviews. Many interviewers are compelled more by story than by straight facts. But what sort of career might you want to aim for? Here are some that capitalize on common teacher strengths and that tend to be rewarding for many people. Education administration is an obvious choice, but often not the wisest one. That's because the skill set required to be, for example, a principal or administrator is very different from that of the teacher. Interpreting regulations, liaising and resolving conflicts with other administrators, and so on. That said, because public education's bureaucracy is among our most elaborate, many positions exist in education administration. In addition to school-level jobs such as dean, assistant principal, and principal, there often are myriad administrators in school districts, county offices of education, regional agencies such as for special education, your state's education department, and the U.S. Office of Education. Another career option for would-be ex-teachers is counselor. Many ex-teachers find school counseling a more felicitous option than administration. School counseling comes in flavors, commonly disciplinary counselor, academic advisor, college counselor. School librarian. This career tends to be unusually rewarding, selecting and curating the collection in the library, training students on the art of finding the right resource, and helping teachers find what they need. Tutor. Many people enter teaching not just in hopes of short work days and summers off, but even more so to teach. Tutors get to teach, and in an individualized way, without the challenges of classroom management, administrative edicts, and so on. Trainer. Teachers are mandated to take what's called in-service trainings, often on minimum days, when the students are let out early so the training can occur within the union-limited school day. In-service training is often provided not just in-house, for example, by teachers on special assignment, but by district, county, state personnel, and also by outside consultants. Outside of K-12 education, corporations, nonprofits, government, and consultancies do training. For example, sexual harassment, inclusion and diversity trainings, they're often mandated by law. Creating even more jobs, people who have completed those trainings are typically required to retake them every year or two. Then there are trainings on everything from customer service to team building, employee safety to software implementation. Consultant to teachers. Many teachers think their university-based training didn't prepare them for the real world of the classroom. They may have learned developmental theory, but that's a long way from how to deal with a class full of kids who enjoy challenging the teacher's ability to control the class. Often, such teachers are reluctant to ask for help from their principal or fellow teachers for fear it'll result in extra scrutiny or even termination. A private consultant can be the answer. So, if you're an ace teacher but have had enough of the classroom, maybe you'd like to be a consultant to struggling teachers. Sales and its nonprofit analog fundraising. Many teachers are reluctant to leave public education, not just because they give up job security and non-Purell benefits, including the ever-rarer pension, but for fear they'll get a lower salary. Sales and fundraising may offer the most realistic opportunity to make serious money. That's because salespeople and fundraisers are directly responsible for bringing in the bucks. Hence, organizations tend to pay them well if they bring in the bucks. Research assistant. High school teachers might want to query a dozen of their favorite authors or professors, asking if they need a researcher. For example, a history teacher might query writers of history. An English teacher might query a novelist known for rich details about their book's milieu. Organizer. This tends to pay poorly, but many people who make even a modest living as an organizer love it because they're helping people obtain instant visible results. And it tends to be a doable goal. Plus, if you're good, you're not just helping your clients organize, but are changing their mindset and habits so they become organized without having you, that loving taskmaster, breathing down their neck. Start a school. Maybe most exciting if daunting, many ex-teachers wish school were run differently. Maybe you want to take a shot at making that happen. It's a major project, perhaps requiring you're working with an outstanding early retired principal, a top business person, and so on. The takeaway. In theory, teaching should be among the most rewarding careers, transforming classful after classful of kids into thoughtful, well-educated people who love learning. Alas, sometimes there's a grand canyon of difference between the ideal and the reality. Perhaps one or more of the careers I've described here will enable you to make more of the difference you are hoping to make. In any case, I'm Marty Nemko. I thank you for watching. Feel free to give this a thumbs up or, if needed, a thumbs down. Write a comment, share it on your social media. There's a social media button, there's a share button, and just subscribe any that you see fit. In any event, again, I am Marty Nemko. Thank you for watching.